Hi, I'm Gavin, and welcome to the studio. Quick warning: this video is going to have a lot of talking, so if you're not into that, we're going to have another video later, hopefully soon after this, that's going to do more demos as far as the what the board can do. But this video, I was thinking I really wanted to go into uh, my board and kind of the thought process behind it and the routing, and hopefully give you guys some ideas as far as putting something together beyond your basic, guitar, board, amplifier sort of arrangement. And see that there's so much we can do now with the tech we have available to us. So let's take a quick look at this monstrosity. So this is my board that I've been working with. So this is I've been putting this together for the past couple of years. It's had a few incarnations in the middle, but after 2020, it kind of like went this direction because I was sort of picking up some specific pedals and decided I wanted to make it as routing friendly as possible. And what I mean by that is I can take this board and I can make it whatever it is I need it to be. First of all, because of the very flexible pedals on it already, there's pedals that I can use for almost any genre of music, between the helixes and the H9, and then of course the fuzzes can all be tamed to fit whatever genre that I might need to do. I could probably I could do everything from country to metal with this board. So it all depends on the patches that I have programmed. So let's talk about the routing. So starting from the front here, there's the wireless. So the wireless, right now we're bypassing it, so I'm just going directly into the freakout, and from the freakout into the pitchfork and into the ES8. So from the ES8, then we have our loops. The first loop is the B9. You can hard maybe see it. It's there between the two HX stomps. It's kind of hiding. But it's there, and kind of a fun little organ sound to be able to pull out when the occasion should dictate. I use it for the solos in Come Together when I jam on those sounds, and some old 60s tunes that my friends like to pull out. So loop number 2 is the Twin Bender, Tone Bender version from Ramble Effects. And then loop number 3 is the Dirty Beaver from Wilson Effects. That's a Muff clone, if you couldn't figure that out from the name. Loop number 4 is a Soul Food from Electro Harmonics. It's kind of hiding underneath the board. You can't really see it, but it's there. It's a nice little more button. Whenever I want just a little more of whatever tone that I have on, I can just hit that, and it'll kind of give everything a little boost. So after that, we've got loop number 5. That's the Rat, and happened to be a LM308 chip. It's kind of a weird story. I found that one randomly and opened it up, and the LM308 is in there, even though talking to somebody from Proco, and they said that the year of my Rat was after they stopped using the LM308. So I'm not exactly sure how the chip got in there, but it's in there. Loop number 6 is empty. Loop number 7 is the white HX stop, and loop number 8 is the H9. After the ES8 is the black HX stop, and then that's it. So let's see from there. So let's talk about the empty loop, loop 6. So loop 6 is there primarily as a audition loop. And what I can do is also, let's talk about how it's routed. So loop 6 is running out to a little patch bay, and it's a little 4-loop patch bay from Hosa, and just not that expensive, but really handy for the ES8 because it lets me kind of access the volume loop and loop 6 and a couple of other ins and outs from the ES8. So I think I use it for the tuner out. So when I want a dry signal, if I want a dry signal coming out of the ES8, I can get that. And I also use it for the second input on the ES8. So, and then the volume loop and the loop 6. So, volume loop is running out to the Hughes and Kettner. I have a Hughes and Kettner amp, Grandmeister over here on my table, and the ES8 or the loop is running out to that. So the send goes out to the input of the Grandmeister, and then the return comes out of the send of the Hughes and Kettner. Notice the return on the Hughes and Kettner isn't being used right now. That's because if I want to play live through a cabinet, what I would do is I'd run the output of the HX Stomp the black HS stomp, which is my main signal, my main output, would be go into the return of the the Hughes and Kettner, and I'd be able to use a speaker cab for that. So, in which case I would turn off the cab emulation on the black HX stomp, because the cab into cab can sound really muddy. So you want to have that. I like having that sort of selectable. I can turn the cab IR off on the HX stomp when I'm running live into an actual cabinet. So loop 6, again, is an audition loop, and I use that often for put random fuzz pedals or whatever I have, lying around, or distortion pedals if I have stuff. Just if I went out and I bought something and I just want to immediately put it into the mix and see what it sounds like with the rest of the effects, I can put that in. So pretty handy to have. I'm also thinking about putting together a whole separate dirt board. So just a board that's going to have a bunch of other distortion effects, maybe a couple of other things that I have lying around, just to put it on there and be able to immediately put it into the that loop 6. So just to have that versatility. And again, because it's in the ES8, it can be moved around anywhere in between anything that I have on the board already. So hopefully I kind of covered the basics as far as how the board goes together. Of course, everything is being controlled by MIDI and by the ES8. The board itself is an NYC board I picked up for cheap. I think I got it secondhand for $100. Of course, the cables are a combination of the Boss solderless and the Disaster Area solderless. If you have any questions about how it's put together, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know. Shoot me a message, and maybe I can do another video and go a little more in depth on certain aspects of the board's construction. But it was just something that I put together that I really thought kind of checked all the boxes and can get anything done that I need to get done. I'll go a little more into how the pedals interact and maybe get some sounds and stuff in another video, but I just wanted to get this out of the way and talk about the basic construction and the concept behind it. So thanks again for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. There'll be more coming, and hopefully some sound examples and some lessons and some other stuff I'm going to start putting up on the channel. So I look forward to that. So see you guys in the next video.